always admired Colm from afar. I sort of got a phone call around about Christmas time last year, maybe 2 years ago, from Mark Dunlop, the Colm's promoter, saying Colm was looking a bit of a change, that I fancy sort of working with him. And again, always admired Colm from afar. He had sort of picked up 2 titles at the time. He was Celtic champion, he was already Irish champion. I was like, yeah, it's a real big thing for me at the time, to be honest. Colm's one of the most improved fighters in the country. He's really came into his own this last year. He's improving every fight. He's like a sponge. Colm didn't really have a big, massive international experience with Ireland or anything. And I think sometimes that actually helps. He isn't sort of militarised in that sort of scene. He became a pro boxer very young, and he's like a sponge. He just takes everything in. People think he's eccentric, and people think he's a bit crazy and things. It's absolutely not. He just trains hard, he's dedicated, and he just loves the sport. He absolutely loves the sport, and I love training him, because if I asked him to do 10 handstands, he would do 10 handstands for me. I actually have to sort of tell him to take time off sometimes, which the rest is as good as anything when it comes to boxing. But the transformation from amateur to professional is, look, it's a tough journey, and a lot of kids don't realise how hard it actually is. You have to sell tickets, you have to pay for everything, you have to pay for sparring partners, you want a massage, you have to pay for it, things like that. You're relying on people sort of helping you out along the way all the time. Like the sponsors and things come in and sort of help out with those costs, but you are essentially on your own as a professional boxer, and it's really tough. You need a good team around you. You need a good team. If I was ever encouraging any lad that sort of turn professional, I think they have to have those things in place. You have to have a selfish attitude for a start. You have to realise that you're the ones in taking the punches. You're the one. You have to believe in your team. You have to believe in your management team, and you have to give it everything. You have to give it everything. If you don't give it everything, again, you may as well not do it. For the guy coming over from Tanzania, there's opportunities for him. There's big opportunities for him. He comes over and makes a statement for himself. He could be getting on shows in Britain. He could be on Matchroom shows. He could be on TNT. He could be on BBC. He could be on anything. So we take absolutely nothing for granted. The guy's coming over to win. The guy's coming over to give a real good account of himself, and we have to be ready. We have to be ready, and Colm is going to have to be at his best on the night to beat this guy. The Ulster Hall is just synonymous. It's just a home of sort of Irish boxing, like, you know. Obviously going back to the sort of Barry McGuigan days, things like that. Frampton, obviously coming through when he was coming through the levels and things, he was fighting in the Ulster Hall. Amateurs, Ulster seniors is there every year. Like, it's a real, just like, everybody wants to fight at the Ulster Hall. Everybody wants to fight at the Ulster Hall. It's a big major stepping stone in any young boxer's career. Lads will get the opportunity, maybe make their debuts and things, but for the likes of Colm to have the opportunity to actually top the bill on the Ulster Hall live on the BBC, like, it's just stuff of dreams. It absolutely is. It's a real shot in the arm, and his manager Mark has done a real good job there, sort of getting the BBC back involved. And to be fair to the BBC, they seem to be really going for it, which is really what we want as well. Like, you know, look, there's a real hotbed of talent in Ireland. Absolute real hotbed of talent in Ireland, and it's just sort of on top. We sort of gets left behind because we're not in sort of Great Britain or things like that. But like showcasing it across everywhere, like, it's going to just prove the talent that there is actually in this country, and it is there. It is there. We just need that wee bit of backing.